Oh, we're live. Okay. Anyway, hello, gamers. How's it going today on this oh so beautiful Monday evening? And I say beautiful, and I mean no, I'm lying. It's not.
It's Monday. Having technical difficulties.
Well,
Wanted the blanket for this one.
me and my new guest host Liberace here.
Eel.
He got himself a weighted blanket, and well, he was at his mom's and had it sent over here. So I warned him numerous times. I was like, I'm just going to use your blanket. He didn't like that.
Oh.
He cried like
I
tears.
asked nicely. I didn't cry about it.
So I went and got my own for $14. Got them on clearance at Walmart. I was like, this is cool. Doesn't happen much. But anyway, hello gamers. How are we doing? I already asked that, but no one answered. So, I got to ask how you doing. But anyway, tonight we're talking about two of our favorite things, movies and video games. And how even though those are two great tastes, they don't usually go that great together. It's like, no, we don't want to. Because you would think that with video games, I mean, like, I'll just pull it out of the ether. Legend of Zelda. I'm looking at a picture of Link that one of our friends drew for Donavin for his birthday. That was a long time ago. We have so much freaking lore and story in the Legend of Zelda that, in all honesty, I don't think a movie could hold it. A movie could not do Legend of Zelda so much justice.
Single timeline at a time.
Well, I mean, Ocarina of Time. Let's just take Ocarina of Time, that game itself. There's still so much in there. I mean, do you want them to gloss over like Death Mountain or some of the boss battles? No, I don't want them glossing over crap. Which, if they did a movie of it, they would gloss over stuff, and Link would probably talk, I don't know, a lot, even though he doesn't in the games. Which I know you gotta have the guy talking a little bit. Which, all right, that's fair. Probably make him right-handed like they've made him so far. Took away my left-handed hero. But anyway, so if they were to do a movie of that, I think we can all agree it probably wouldn't be great. And let's take a movie that doesn't have a video game that I think would be great for a video game. Actually, I'm going to change over to a TV series. I think Supernatural would make a kick-ass video game.
If you do it right.
I mean, you ain't going to do it right. But it seems like they want to just make cash grabs with video games about movies. There we go. I'll get my words out. Like, this starts, well, I think our most notorious one, which we might as well just talk about it right now. The game that everyone blames the video game crash of '83 on, E.T., the extraterrestrial. I got a copy of E.T. with the instruction booklet out in the garage.
That E.T.?
Yeah. I'll have to I haven't made him play it yet. I've been nice. But, you got to think, though, with that, what was the gentleman's name? Was it Henry Scott Warshaw?
I don't know.
I think that was the gentleman who developed the game. Gentlemen. One guy, or gentleman. Just not even men. There isn't a bunch of people on it. It was just one guy developing this game. And he had a whole whopping 5 or 6 weeks to get it done. I know you're thinking, it's Atari. Their graphics aren't that great. You shouldn't have to pour much into it. Still putting that on one man. Here, you don't even know the story, but this is what's going on with it. Just make a game. We ended up with E.T. falling into a bunch of pits, trying to find pieces to a phone so he could, call home and get a ride, I guess, go back home. And you got, like, FBI agents and doctors chasing him all over the place. And if they grab you, you lose all your pieces and get moved to one screen. Oh, and by the way, you don't know how the score is tallied up? You start off with 9,999 points, and every time you move, points go away. So you have a limited time to find all the stuff and get to the exact spot you need to call home. And you don't know how you got out of pits? Oh, okay? You know who E.T. is, right? Okay,
Yes.
making sure, making sure. Gotta make sure that I'm raising him right. But E.T., his neck extends and everything. Does that make him fly? No. Yeah, you extend your neck and then you start floating up to get out of the pit. It was horrible. It was horrible. Kids open up excited like crazy on Christmas. Like, oh, I could play E.T. after we watch the movie and cry our eyes out. You can ask your Aunt Della. She'll even admit we all just bawled our eyes out watching that movie. I was like 3. But, the game was just horrible. And everyone, like retailers, sent back unused copies to Atari, and everyone else was bringing their games back. Like, we don't want this trash. So they put it in a landfill and buried it out in New Mexico.
Really?
Yeah. And funny thing with that was the angry video game nerd. Everyone has been requesting him to review ET since he started, and he kept being like, "No, I don't want to review that game. I'm not going to do that." So instead, he made a video. He made the angry video game nerd movie, and he was going to have the nerd pretty much go to the landfill and find out that they were really there. Well, while he was filming it and putting the final touches on it before releasing it, come to find out that was all true. There was a ton of the games buried. They went and unearthed them. There was ET and a bunch of other Atari games just thrown in the landfill and buried. Crazy, huh?
Gee.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why people blame that for causing the video game crash that Nintendo swooped in and saved everyone from.
Nintendo's awesome.
Yeah, except the movie video games on Nintendo weren't really that good either. Yeah. Jaws. You know who Jaws is, right? There's a song from a band called Lemon Demon named Jaws. You should totally listen to it. It's actually a really cool song. You find out what Jaws' last words were. Whoa, respect.
You just ruined it.
Everyone has seen the movie in Jaws. No, Jaws dies. Okay.
No, yeah, you just ruined it. The last lyrics of the song. How dare
Oh
you?
gosh. Well, the song you listen to the whole thing, not just the last part. Okay.
How dare
I'm popping. Have to cover the camera. Anyway,
Get them views.
so there was a Jaws game on the Nintendo, and all you do is go from one port to another, and it's like Final Fantasy where it has random encounters. It's like oh you've hit something, so you have to jump out of the boat and go down and shoot like jellyfish and other fish. Yeah, and collect shells and hope. Look at that. Jeremy knows that the devilfish never dies. Never dies. Jaws keeps coming back for more. Lemon Demon should do sequels to their Jaws song. One of them in 3D even.
What?
But yeah, Jaws 3 was Jaws 3D, and you would wear the red and blue glasses while watching it.
Was it actually good? Oh, it wasn't good. What's the next?
Not really. Anyway, yeah, the sequel started getting a bit more and more far fetched and horrible effects and all that good junk.
Sharknado.
Now there's a video game that you need to do, developers. Sharknado. You don't have to worry about it sucking, because you'd be like, it was meant to. The movie sucked, But anyway, you would go back and forth getting shells, and whenever you get to one port, depending on how many shells you have, it'll upgrade your weapons. Now you can run into Jaws at any time, but if you shoot him for a while and he doesn't get you, then he'll go away and everything. But when you get your weapons powered up enough and you get rid of all his health, there's still one more thing you got to do. You've got to aim the bow of the ship to run him through. So yeah, you stab him with your boat. Why do you think they need a bigger boat?
Never finished Jaws.
And Jeremy Cook even says Michael Caine couldn't even save the fourth one. That is true. And Michael Caine's awesome. I love Michael Caine. He's a great actor. But anyway, so that's one of them. That was not good. Just one of them. See here, Back to the Future. You remember? Well, I had to watch the Angry Video Game Nerds review of it. Yeah. Let's see here. Back to the Future. The game consists of Marty running around the streets of, I guess, Hill Valley.
Collecting clocks.
Yeah, collecting clocks. I mean, it's about time, right? So we'll have him collect tops. Shite. Clocks. And oh, look, there's a timer too, because, time. I hate games with timers. And one of the other stages after that, and you've got to avoid, it's like Paperboy. You got to avoid guys with like the window pane between them, hula hoop dancers, some bodybuilder guy, and bees.
Bees, just like,
I guess he's allergic to bees. I don't know. And the DeLorean doesn't even show up until the last stage. Come on, the DeLorean's how he went into the past. You got to have the DeLorean in there, more than just once. And the last stage. Okay, we're just going to go back here. The plot for Back to the Future.
I know it.
How he's going to get back is he knows that the lightning's going to strike the clock tower, and they're going to try to direct that lightning into the DeLorean as soon as he hits 88 miles an hour and get the 1.1 gigawatts of electricity that he needs to jump the flux capacitor and get those time circuits going. The last stage, you're dodging lightning. You're dodging it. And you got to get up to 88 miles an hour before you get to a certain spot on the stage. And it's like, no. That's when you have to dodge the hula hoop dancers and crap. I don't want to run them over. I mean, I would, but whatever.
This is what you get.
Yeah. So there's like not very many stages in there. It was bad. The Karate Kid. Okay. Nintendo has some good beat 'em ups. The game Kung Fu. You go around and it's Kung Fu. You're beating up people. We're eating at the same time as we're broadcasting because we're that way. But Donovan's being nicer than I probably would have been. He's at least going off camera. So you don't have to watch him stuff his face with pizza. Pizza time. See, now if we could change this to a Ninja Turtle game review and just have pizza because Ninja Turtles.
Have they made a bad game about them?
Oh, yeah. The first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, but that's not based on the movie, so we're not going to talk about that.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh.
That was horrible. And also, a lot of these are made by the same company, LJN. We don't like LJN
That
people.
says something.
Yeah. The only good game they made was Maximum Carnage on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. It was a Batman crap. It was a Spider-Man beat 'em up. I'm trying to say beat 'em up and Spider-Man at the same time. Spider-Man beat 'em up, where you play as either Spider-Man or Venom, because Carnage is, coming after you, after both of you, and it's based on the comics. There was a series that went over all the different Spider-Man titles. Maximum Carnage, Carnage breaks out of jail, gets with a girl who has sonic powers, which is kind of funny since sonic powers is the symbiote's weakness. But anyway, and yeah, it's a pretty good beat 'em up. It's got Green Jelly doing the soundtrack for it, which I like that. But anyway, so what other games do they have on Nintendo? Oh, they for some reason loved to have R-rated games, R-rated movie games for Nintendo. Games like Rambo, which Rambo so blatantly ripped off Link's Adventure, Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, I should say. Yeah, your favorite Zelda game.
Wait, the bladed blanket saved you.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they had a Rambo game, Friday the 13th, which I know you've played that one. Or you've seen people play it, especially when you're a kid and it freaked you out. Yeah. Jeremy knows what's up. Green Gel sucks. It's copyright. If I start singing along, I want to sing along now. I know I've let you listen to some Green Jello. They were Green Jello, then changed to Green Jelly, right? Yeah. Betty Crocker didn't like them having the name Green Jello, and they have Betty Crocker as Jello. So Green Jello, they didn't like that, so I guess they sued them. It's like, really? wow, Betty Crocker, just calm down. But anyway, yeah, they had Rambo, Friday the 13th, which we're going to review that in October. You know, kind of do some good Halloween games that, yeah. But spoiler, it sucks. Nightmare on Elm Street, Dirty Harry, Platoon, Predator. The Predator game, the main character, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I guess that's who it is, has bright pink pants. And his enemies are like scorpions and bats. You always have bats in those games. And just other animals.
No better.
Oh, you find the Predator later on. He's like he's a boss for every stage. It's like I thought there was only one Predator in the movie, but okay, I guess we'll do that. Whatever.
She's not coming back.
And Alien 3. Out of all the Alien movies they can make a game on, LJN, once again, LJN decides to do Alien 3, the one game or the one movie that no one really liked. It was the worst reviewed Alien 3 movie. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it all. Now, see, like I said, Nintendo had its fair share of crap. Super Nintendo, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, one of the greatest sequels ever created. It's an amazing sequel. I'll have to let you watch it. I've got it in here somewhere. I know he hasn't watched it yet. I'm behind on movies for him. I'm getting there. Yeah, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I mean, you're the Terminator. Big freaking cybernetic guy. Punching humans, and it takes I don't know how many punches to knock him out. I'm like, dude, just one punch from Arnold Schwarzenegger would knock me out.
I think it's bot.
Oh, look at that. I think we got another bot on here. Ooh.
Another bot?
Yeah, last week had one. Man, looks like this one really wants us to. Man, yep, there. Oh, look at that. I want to put the user in timeout, but no, I'm going to block him.
Yeah.
Boom. Anyway.
Why didn't you block it in the first place?
I don't know. I just thought I'd see what the timeout does, but I should have known. Yeah, there's 69 mega whatever. Tinder. Their girls right first. We're getting popular. We're getting Russian bots. Yeah. Anyway, they might be Russian. I don't know. I know, but I just assume their nationality.
I know you. Bots should be super offended about this. Okay, you cancel Twitter with bots.
How much do I care? Oh, I don't. Anyway. Yes. So now they got me all like messed up. Oh yeah, Terminator 2 was horrible. It was another LJN game, I think. They actually had some pretty good Terminator games on the Sega CD. They were actually fun and had, good music and everything. Yeah. But I think we all know not all the games for movies were bad. Like there was one that me and him could definitely agree was a good movie and a good video game.
And a good book series.
Yeah, look at that. It's just got all of it. What can I say?
And more, since it's a book.
Yeah. I would get the big one you got over there, but my piece is sitting on it. On a plate, on your book. If you cared about your book, it wouldn't just be laying around. It would be put up somewhere. Well, Jeremy says, I'm a cyborg, not a bot. It's not a tumor. But anyway, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World came out on the PS3. Remember, we got it.
2010.
Do you know the date and the time that you played it first? My gosh, you're giving me this look like. Anyway, yeah, Scott Pilgrim, great beat 'em up. Kept the, I hate to use the word quirkiness, but I kept the feel of the anime, the manga, and the movie. I say anime, dude. I'm losing it.
Hey, Dad.
Huh?
It's technically not a manga. I think the book goes the right way. And it goes this way.
Then graphic novel. What do you want me to say?
Graphic novel.
Gosh.
Just correcting you.
Mm-hmm. This kid. Anyway, but it was a great beat 'em up. Kept the hilarity from the graphic novels and the movie. That better now?
Yeah.
He's just really happy. He beat the game way before I did. I was still stuck on like the first couple stages, and he's all like, "Hey, Dad, look where I'm at."
I'm killing Gideon.
Yeah. And then there are some rare instances where the movie-based video game is better than the original movie. X-Men Origins Wolverine. Have you watched that movie yet?
I might have, but also it's been a long time.
Yeah, you probably
really
have.
forgot.
I've got it in there somewhere. But we all remember X-Men Origins Wolverine, right? We're thinking, all right, cool. A movie with just Wolverine. We like that. Oh, look at that. Ryan Reynolds is playing Wade Wilson. That's Deadpool. All right. I can't wait to see him as Deadpool. And then we all cried.
Why?
Because their version of Deadpool, this is why Fox needs to just leave superhero movies alone. Their version of Deadpool, he had no mouth. You know, the merc with a mouth. Had no mouth. He was like a pool of all different mutant powers that Stryker could get. So Deadpool pulled all these mutant powers together. I know, I'm just talking about it. And he had katanas in his arm that would come out, of his hands. And of course the regeneration and everything. But you see how long the katanas are? If he has them in, he can't do this. He has to walk around like an action figure. And not a cool G.I. Joe one, one of those generic dollar store ones. Yeah. And Ryan Reynolds even told him, was like, dude, this is not Deadpool. You're going to make everyone hate it. And then after test audiences, they flew him in to film some extra stuff because audiences hated it. Who would have thought? But anyway, in that game, you play as Wolverine, and he has really, it's like Splatterhouse. Whenever Rick gets like beat up and he's got like flesh torn away, Wolverine will regenerate it all back.
Heck yes, I love that.
Yes.
I've gotten I love gory games now. I want blood.
And he has his claws, and he attacks people with them. And it's not like the other X-Men games that have come out where he's like, oh, I'm fighting robots. No, he's ripping people apart. It is great. And Hugh Jackman voices him and everything. And so at the end of the game, I would say spoiler alert, but come on, the game's been out for how long, and the movie's been out for how long? You get to kill that Deadpool. Or as everyone like to call him, Barakapool, because of the knives coming out of his. Yeah. Yeah. You get to kill him. He's teleporting all over this, like I don't want to say a smokestack. It's more like a nuclear. I don't know. But he's jumping all around this, and you gotta freaking follow him. And you and Sabretooth are taking him out, so I mean that's cool. Like the old Luke and Vader toys had static arms for their lightsabers. Right, just like those old toys. I mean, I think he just moved like that, But yeah, that game was awesome. The movie, not so much. Yeah, I mean, they just, and I like Will.i.am. Don't get me wrong, but him in there is, I think, what's his name? Was it Silver Fox? Well, I can't even remember his name now, but he could teleport around, and that's where the Deadpool got his teleportation powers.
Deadpool's also funny and
yeah,
not all that smart.
Well, Deadpool's smart. He's just a little crazy, a lot crazy. But anyway, and there was another really cool game that came out that was kind of based on the movie, and another comic book game was the Incredible Hulk game. Came out on the 360 and PS3. You're Hulk running around, smashing and destroying things, fighting enemies. and you could do the whole thing where he would hit a car, split it up, and pretty much wear the both half of the car like a like boxing gloves. That was fun. I was really happy when I unlocked that. But yeah, that was fun. Let's see some of the more current. I don't know. I guess you can say like this current like generation and some of the PS2, they started getting better with movie games, but probably not. I bet there's still some out there that I don't know about that just are horrible. Although Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 was awesome. Spider-Man 2 was great.
Never played that one.
I've got it. It's one game I'm never going to get rid of. A friend of mine bought it for me, and he passed away not long after. Yeah. One that passed away right before you were born. Yeah, I know. I know. But he's like, I know you're a big Spider-Man fan. Here, get it. I'm like, dude, no, I'm good. You don't have to. And then he bought it anyway. He's like, I don't have a PS2 here. I'm like, you are a butthole. But I took it home and played the guitar out of that game.
And now you're glad you have it.
Oh, yeah. But then, oh, well, I can't say this generation is getting better with movie games because Spider-Man 3 was. I got Spider-Man 3 on the PS2. I was more mad about that game than I was about Final Fantasy 13. That game was just horrible. It wasn't even as good as Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. It's like, really, guys? That's because they put all their effort into the 360 and PS3 versions and didn't care about the PS2 and just like, yeah, whatever, cash grab. Yeah. But what do you do? Another bad movie game from that time. Superman Returns.
I think I know that one.
I mean, the final boss is a tornado. How are you going to have Superman, who has a freaking huge
amount of power,
rogues gallery, Brainiac, Doomsday, Darkseid? I mean,
Lex.
well, Lex has been done to death. If they made another Superman movie without Lex Luthor, I'm cool with that. Because he has other people to fight besides Lex Luthor and Zod.
Also, Lex Luthor's better than the tornado. I mean,
well, at least Lex Luthor could have his armor on that, he can fight Superman with.
Yeah.
But, and that's another thing that we could probably do a whole show on, is they can't make a good Superman game. Why?
The best Superman game they made was the Lego Batman. And Superman I enjoyed it a lot.
Lego Batman. That was awesome.
Lego Batman 2. I remember at one point Superman was like really, really weak though because he got hit with kryptonite. And all he did was like limp around.
Uh-oh. Sounds like Aliana's getting a little bit of trouble out there. She need to be careful. Mommy don't boot. Could have been worse. Could have been a polar bear. That's true. Or a giant spider. Okay, Kevin Smith was writing. He was going to write a Superman movie, and it's going to like the life and death of Superman, where Superman dies and he comes back.
Oh.
And they wanted him to fight a giant spider at one point in time. And polar bears were going to be part of that too, right, Jeremy? But yeah,
you just rip off the leg.
I see. That's why I'm saying people don't know how to deal with these things. It's like, come on, stop it.
Get some help.
But yeah, I don't know, guys. What do y'all think would make a good movie video game? I mean, yeah, well, we could get some ideas what everyone thinks would be a good one, and then we'll start talking about movies based on video games. Go the other way. Oh, you mean the greatest video game movies ever, Sonic 1 and 2?
Oh.
I love those. Like, I didn't know I'd love them as much as I did. But yeah, okay. Yeah. He was supposed to fight a polar bear in or at the Fortress of Solitude. And they had Nicolas Cage, I think. The studio wanted Nicolas Cage to play a Superman, which I love Nicolas Cage. Well, a lot of people give him a bad rap. You know, it's like, oh my god, he's not that great of an actor, and he's in everything. Blah blah blah. It's Nicolas Cage. Okay, he's awesome. Yeah, I thought he did a good Ghost Rider in the first Ghost Rider movie. Which there's another game came out on PS2, Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. I
Yeah.
remember that one.
Yeah, based on the movie, which a lot of people called it a God of War clone.
I can see that.
Okay, if you're gonna clone something good. Heck, just play it, and pretend like you're playing God of War with a reskin on a motorcycle. See Kratos, you know, and his son from the current God of War.
Atreus.
Boy, get me my bike.
It's too small to drive it. He's gonna wreck it.
Do it anyway.
He's gonna die.
If he dies from a bike, then he wasn't tough to begin with.
It's not that cold.
I don't know, man. Old school Kratos, the first God of War games.
Kratos in the God of War game would have probably flipped out and killed everything inside.
That's Kratos. We're talking about the same guy. He does that. But geez Louise, fighting a polar bear. Superman does not need to fight polar bears.
I know, super but
right?
Polar bear.
Would Homelander fight a polar bear?
Yeah.
No, he would just kill it. He would just be like, oh, polar bear. Oh, it was in the way of a terrorist. Yeah. That would be a series to have a video game of. The Boys.
The Boys. I never watched it, but also people like it.
But it's like, you know, who do you play? Do you play as the Boys, a bunch of humans that are trying to kill Soups? Or would you play as the Soups as they kind of go downhill in their very, I don't have much morals way?
I guess they could like a choose your own type of thing. Like, do you want to be a horrible person or?
Yeah, but the thing with that, if they were to make a game like that where you can choose, you know, be the Boys or the Soups, I would hope that it wouldn't take away from the overall gaming experience. I'd be like, oh, we're trying to make 2 games at once, so we can't really focus on all this stuff.
Just like focus on one game, and then like focus on the second one, but make it a little different since the choices are going to be different and the objectives are going to be different.
Because I can take you out with my heat vision, type thing, right? That's all right. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, hey, I think that would be cool. Yeah. Now, what kind of genre do you think it should be? I know you're probably thinking it's superheroes and stuff, so action adventure. But will we want to beat 'em up type thing, or would it want to be like do missions like in Grand Theft Auto, a big open world sandbox, and you're doing missions?
I kind of for some reason I kind of thought about like a Telltale game.
Ooh, a Telltale game. That'd actually be that'd be a good choice. I like that. All right, Telltale Games. I know you're back out. You're bringing out another. Oh my gosh! I'm messing up.
Explain it.
It's the game they have based on Fables. It's got the wolf, Big B Wolf in it.
Wolf Among Us?
Oh yeah, Wolf Among Us. Okay, they could have they're coming out with Wolf Among Us Part 2. Talk to Amazon. Do the Boys. Come on, Telltale.
Wait. After this long? After this long, you coming out with Part 2?
Well, Telltale Games, they were gone for a while. Yeah. But they're making games again, so
Walking Dead was a really popular one.
Oh, dude, their Walking Dead series, that was crazy. Like, crazy good.
Never played it, but I heard there was a really sad part. Like,
thing I like about Telltale Games is I feel like they are definitely showing people that you can tell a great story with a game. It's not all, oh, look, Baron, get the biggest weapon. But you can actually, just tell a good story with it.
And then cry because someone really special to you died.
Right,
got a
right.
really good relationship to him. It's like,
No, it's like, oh, they're dead. Oh. Um, but okay, the boys. We'll let Telltale Games make that. Alrighty. So, what's your favorite movie? I just stunned him. He's like, I don't know what.
not gonna lie, John Wick's one of my favorites right now. And
Okay,
I'm still waiting on that fourth one, so I'm like really excited.
I know. I can't wait either. We got till March. We'll make it. We'll make it. Okay, so John Wick. I think they actually do have a game out for John Wick on the Switch, but because of how bad other video games have been, I don't know if I want to pick it up or not.
Reviews exist.
Dude, you got to be careful with reviews
I know.
because back in the day, I'm going to bring up Back to the Future, a you know comic book or not comic, but a gaming magazine did a review of Back to the Future, gave it high marks, and said that it has that distinctive LJN feel with an interesting timer. Like, really? That's your description of this highly ranked game? It's like, man, LJN was probably just like, here, guys, please, please, tell them we're good. Tell them we're good. And then, let's see here. John, okay, make your own John Wick game. What would you do with it? I mean, what kind of game would you make out of it? I know, once again, it's like it's an action movie. What else would you do?
Well, like a beat 'em up though,
Beat them up, all right.
John Wick, yes, well, 2 and 3, he kind of goes around, as all the others try to beat him up, and well, of course he kills them all. He's John Wick,
Right. I love it in part 3 when he kills someone with a book. That was the coolest.
Oh my god!
And then he takes the book and puts it right back on the shelf where it went.
So neatly.
Dude, how considerate is that? Well, there's people that, go to the library, oh, cool, a book, and they don't even put them back, and they're not fighting for their life.
He got stabbed. He needs to get,
right?
medical attention. He's, taking his
Gosh.
time to put his book up, even though he has, 10 minutes left.
There's always room for being polite and cleaning up.
Even if you have a very cut deep.
I'm very cut deep. Someone's going to, get on our shows and they're going to put together a whole stream of whenever we mess our words up and our grammar not very good.
I talked to a teacher today like I was a baby. And I'm like, Tita. I didn't mean it.
Oh my gosh.
I had a whole sentence where I was a baby.
What happened to him over in Indiana, folks? Insanity happens. But, alrighty. Let's see. We haven't got any comments about what types of movies people like to turn into video games, so I'm just going to jump to the next subject. Movies based on video games. And like I already said, Sonic 1 and 2.
Really, really good.
Best ones ever. Oh my gosh. The fact that they made Sonic actually look like Sonic, that was good. The internet, bullied the animation company to redo Sonic.
And they did redo Sonic really
Yeah.
well.
Mm-hmm.
They made it kind of like...
He looks like he does in the games.
He looks more cartoony,
Yeah.
but also still kind of lifelike.
And I know
it fits.
I know a lot of people were not happy because they're like, it's taking place in the real world. Why can't they just do a Sonic movie, like in his world and everything? I mean, I understand that. I do. But I think they made it work.
Yeah. Well, what they're going to do,
sucks.
like what they do with the shows, just he runs around, defeats,
Right. Right.
Eggman. Well, but he still defeats Eggman. But...
Oh. Look at that. Jeremy says that the Phantom Menace game was so bad. The only redeeming quality it had was that it was possible to murder Anakin and Jar Jar. Of course, that ends the game. Dude, final boss right there. You saved the Republic, was what you did. I think I remember that game now. Whenever we picked it up, yeah, that was bad. And sad thing is, there's a lot of great Star Wars games.
Like the one you have on the Switch.
Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic. They got 1 and 2 of those out. Let's see here. Funny enough, on the N64, I enjoyed it. Was the pod racing game?
Oh, I know
Yeah.
that one.
You can kill Anakin in that one too. Yeah, just wreck yourself, literally. I got the Jedi Outcast game on the PS4. I got that months ago. One of these days I'll finish it. Probably not. But that's pretty cool. And Jeremy also says that Vader Immortal on Quest is cool.
I've seen it. I'm gonna try it, but also it's like $10. I don't have $10.
Well, whenever we get an extra $10, we'll have to download it, try it out. What do you say?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a mouthful of pizza.
No.
Yeah, I'll have to try out that Vader Immortal then. And Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. I like that game. A lot of people really didn't like them, but I had fun with them.
Lego Star Wars is awesome.
Oh, dude, Lego Star Wars. I love that game. Oh, and Jeremy says that it's 30 for all 3 episodes. I guess there's multiple things to download for that. All right.
I don't got 30.
You know what? Me neither. Anyway,
glad we can. Yeah.
And Indiana Jones had some games on the Nintendo, which was not great.
But the Lego games were awesome.
Yep.
Why are
Lego
all Lego
Star
games
Wars is dope.
so good?
Dude, I don't know why. I really don't. You would think they wouldn't be because like, okay, Legos, whatever.
But they're so good.
And then you play them and it's like they're making fun of everything in the movies that, was kind of foolish, let's be honest. They're poking jokes at they're just.
But they're keeping the story too.
They keep the storyline going. The gameplay is entertaining. I like the fact that you're not going to get a game over screen.
Like you got like nice puzzles.
Yeah, I guess they're pretty good puzzles. And that lovely sound of the Legos clacking.
ASMR. That's my ASMR. I'm not accepting any other. Cats purring and like Lego clacking.
Lego clacking. Well, everyone, you heard it here first on R&D Gaming. Lego clacking.
I love some Lego clacking.
Yeah, Caden, that is correct, sir. Lego Star Wars is very dope. Lego just needs to keep coming out with stuff. I'll tell you what I would really love, because Lego has done, DC games, like Batman, Lego Batman.
Marvel.
And then Lego Marvel superheroes. Come on, Lego. Put them together. Let's see it.
Well, they technically kind of did in Dimensions, but...
No, there was no Marvel characters in Dimensions.
Oh, yeah. I thought there were, actually. I thought it was Spider-Man.
No.
Maybe I'm just thinking of the actual game.
Yeah, because trust me, if there was a Spider-Man for Lego Dimensions, I would have had that. But Lego Dimensions was a great game, which they would have kept supporting. But come on, you have a little stand plugged into your system. You can have different stages, but you also have different Lego figures, like Knight Rider. Got Michael Knight and Kit. That's awesome. Gizmo, Stripe. And what I love is the little touches they have in it, where if you're Stripe and you get like in Kit's the car who can talk. He's like, "Oh, hi, Stripe. Please don't wreck anything in me this time," or making comments to him. And another one, the Doctor Who set.
Has the TARDIS.
It's got the TARDIS in it, and you're the Doctor. But whenever you die as the Doctor, you come back as the next one in line. So if you start off, I think they had the 11th Doctor. So I think Matt Smith was the Doctor they had on there. That's what the figure is. And what was the first movie based on a video game, Mario Brothers. I know there were Cubert and Pac-Man cartoons before then. Yep, it was Super Mario Brothers. I love that movie, but not for why I'm supposed to. But yeah, it was Super Mario Brothers, and that itself just made people not want to base any movies on video games. And then Uwe Boll continued making people not want to have any movies based on video games. Uh, but yeah, good old Mario Brothers with Mario, and Luigi Mario. Yeah. Yeah. And see the storyline with that movie, which from what I've heard from or reading interviews and listening to interviews with Bob Hoskins, who played Mario, and John Leguizamo, was that they would have rewrites every day. The directors and producers would have just want to change everything around. So they were drunk most of the time on set because they just didn't give any, you know what I mean? Dennis Hopper had no idea what was going on. He was just delivering his lines, which Dennis Hopper's great. He was Koopa, King Koopa. And in this, in the movie, I know you haven't watched it, have you?
I think I watched with you for a very, 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 very long time.
It would have been a long, long time ago. It's been a long time since I watched it. Although I do have the Riff Tracks version. That makes it way better. But
excuse me.
In this movie, give you a little brief synopsis, everyone. Meteor that came and destroyed the dinosaurs didn't. It just split Earth into two separate realities. All the dinosaurs went to this other reality, and all the cavemen and everyone stayed here in this one. And then, evolved into humans, and then the dinosaurs evolved into the people over there in Dino World. Yeah. Yeah. Their Yoshi looked like a Jurassic Park reject. And I hate to say that because it was actually a good model, but it wasn't Yoshi. Yeah, I don't think his tongue came out, and then he didn't do anything. I think he got pet by Princess Peach once. Yeah. That's really all he did in the movie. It's like, what?
He's supposed to sacrifice himself for the greater good.
You mean sacrifice himself by Mario jumping? Oh, can't make the jump. Let me just jump off Yoshi. You threw the penguin off the ice cliff in Mario 64, didn't you?
I was a kid, okay?
Uh-huh. What have I done?
I wanted to see if you can fly.
Jesus Christ. But yes, the Mario Brothers movie. It was bad. Then what other movies came out? Some movies that I like based on video games. Silent Hill and Silent Hill Revelations. Pop in your back. Yeah. I think I heard one pop on that one. Heard a bunch on the other one. Congrats. Jeremy is bringing out the big guns here, everyone. How about Double Dragon, Mortal Kombat and its sequel in the Resident Evil franchise? Okay, first, I'm going to leave that up here. First, Double Dragon. I enjoyed it. I don't care what anyone says. I thought it was goofy, and I loved it. I do watch it a lot. I bought the Riff Tracks version of it, so every once in a while I'll pop it up around the phone. Granted, Riff Tracks are talking about it and making fun of it, but everything they say is pretty much fair. It was not a great movie, but it was fun and it was goofy. And Mark Dacascos was in it, and I like him. All right, Mortal Kombat and its sequel, Annihilation. Oh, hold on here. Before that, yes, Alyssa Milano. What more could you want? I mean, anyway, so, the Milano. That's what Star-Lord named his ship after, Alyssa Milano. Yeah. Mortal Kombat, the first Mortal Kombat movie. Not great. Soundtrack was killer, though. Loved the soundtrack. Had a copy of it before it got stolen. That was awesome. Not just that. I I took a Reptiles theme from it and spliced together a bunch of Bruce Lee scenes and fights from his movies. It was like 6.5 minutes of nothing but Bruce Lee kicking butt. I'm like, heck yeah, who doesn't like that?
When can you
But
do
anyway,
that?
when I was in high school, I was in a video class and I had the equipment to edit together things like that.
You had computer skills.
Yeah, had. Anyway, but the first Mortal Kombat was fun. Had Liu Kang, Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage was my favorite character on the movie, hands down. He was just great. Uh, Sonya Blade, Christopher Lambert as Raiden. He's the guy who played Highlander, which I know we haven't watched that movie yet, but we're going to. Uh, I mean, it was great. The animatronics for Goro were fantastic. Yeah, they didn't have Goro CGI'd. He was basically a Muppet. Yeah, him and Johnny Cage fought. That was great. Uh, he took off Johnny Cage's sunglasses, crushed him, threw him down, and they were fighting. And Johnny Cage like, those were $500. That was a $500 pair of sunglasses, you asshole. And then he did the splits and punched him right in the crotch, and knocked him off a cliff. That was fun. That was a really, and the Shang Tsung they had. That man was perfect for Shang Tsung. So they did some amazing casting in this movie. Now for the sequel, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I've only watched it once, and that's when it came out in the theaters. It was that bad.
Oh,
They replaced Sonya, Johnny Cage, and Raiden with other actors. Johnny Cage got killed, I think, before the opening credits. Yeah. I'm like, not only did you change the actor, but you killed my favorite character off. So I was mad from the get go. And the acting was horrible. You remember we watched that thing earlier about like the 10 worst video game or movie video, you know what I'm saying? Movies based on a video game, son of a bee. And Katana saw her mom, Sindel, and was like, "Mother, you're alive." And then she's all like, "Too bad that you're going to be dead."
hmm.
What kind of lines is that? And the CGI, because there was a huge battle at the end. Shao Kahn turned into some creature, I don't even remember, but Liu Kang turns into a dragon, and they're fighting. And Caden says, "Iconic." You be trolling. Look at you. Uh, but the CG was so bad, dude. It was. You've seen like sci-fi movies, right? Like the cheap science fiction movies with their CGI, and it's not that good. Mortal Kombat Annihilation was worse. Yes, worse. It was
Well, at
bad.
least they had an excuse back then.
They shouldn't have done it. I mean, the CGI in the first one wasn't perfect, but they had this little creature who was reptile, and he went to a statue and then turned into the big ninja reptile with the green suit. But the little creature was CGI, and he wasn't bad. But that's because he also, I think, he wasn't a huge creature, and he wasn't taking up the whole scene. He was just part of it. That looked all right, but then Annihilation, I don't know what the hell happened.
How'd they get worse?
I'll show you sometime. I might actually have a copy of it somewhere. I think I bought a Mortal Kombat set.
I think I want to see it.
Probably don't. In the Resident Evil franchise. I'll take the glasses off on this one a little bit. First Resident Evil movie. Okay. Resident Evil is one of the greatest survival horror games ever. Hands down. I don't care what anyone says. So they took the game, and Mila Jovovich is the main character in the movie. Her name's Alice, and she somehow gets all these like superpowers and crap. I guess from the T-virus. I don't know. Yeah. So she's able to. I don't think she did. Did she get him in the first one? I don't think she did. It's been a while since I've watched them. But anyway, it has the mansion and the lab under the mansion and everything.
I haven't
And
got to the lab on the mansion yet, so I haven't heard about that one.
it's been out for long enough, so.
That's my fault.
But you know, there's a Umbrella sent a team, of course, to try to keep everything under control and see how well that went. And yeah, the acting wasn't the best. The zombies were. I mean, the zombies looked good. Don't get me wrong. I hate to say the acting wasn't the best because they had some pretty good actors. Now, then Resident Evil 2 came out, which closely followed Resident Evil 3. It had Nemesis, it had Jill, it had Carlos. Yeah, he was still my favorite character in the movies. I was like, heck yeah, this guy's awesome. Uh, but I don't know, they just didn't capture the whole like feel of Resident Evil at all. I mean, you're supposed to be kind of like, oh crap, some, what's going to happen next? Oh no, it's just a bunch of zombies everywhere. And then the
Ooh.
later, the later sequels pretty much got to what, like pretty much an apocalypse. Which, funny enough, one of them was named Apocalypse, Resident Evil Apocalypse, and then like Resident Evil Afterlife or Resident Evil something else. I don't know, but it just got more and more.
Out there.
Yeah, that was nicer what I was going to say, but yes, yes, yes. Those movies based on video games, not good, not good at all. But let's see here, another game, another other movies based on video games. Well, we could. Let's bring up Uwe Boll. For those who don't know, Uwe Boll was a director. I can pull up a picture here, even if people really want to see that. Get ready to be scared. Oh my God, look at that picture. Yeah, that guy who, funny enough, went to a couple of universities and all that good stuff. Junk, and he's just, Anyway, he did a lot of films based on video games. House of the Dead. House of the Dead, has the arcade that has the two light guns and you blow apart zombies on there.
Ah.
It was the one that we played at the secret headquarters for my birthday. Or you pay them a fixed amount and you go in and you can play these arcade games however long. Well, not however long, I think for like an hour or two.
But like you had infinite tokens.
Yeah, basically. So I'm sitting there. I got both the guns for the House of the Dead game.
My idea. Sorry,
I did it better. Anyway, just blowing everything away. And so then they make a game about House of the Dead. Or a game, shite. A movie. See, guys, my brain is. We'll get to his comment in a second. But anyway, yeah, House of the Dead, which is people shooting zombies in like, well, not just houses, but also like castles and everything. I mean, this car accidents. I mean, just the game was like crazy. It's fun. But the movie had like teenagers on an island for a party, and I guess the zombies, happened there, and it's like, okay. Oh, Jeremy's gonna say this. I'm gonna use this one first. Hell no, D. We did that dual gun crap years ago. Oh, look at that.
Look, I was really proud of myself.
Caden's like House of the Dead. Should be called Island of the Dead, but
Dead Island.
Dead Island, that was a horrible game. And Andrea says that place was fun. $5 for 2 hours in the old school arcade room. Yes. A lot of fun. I need to go back there sometime. Derby says in the case of the RE movies, they were based on a game, and the movie influenced later games with the character Alice entering into the games. Which games did she go into?
4, I think. No? Yeah. 4.
4.
Was, I think it's Alice I'm talking about. Oh my God, my brain's broken. Who's Alice again?
Alice was from the RE movies. I don't remember her in the game, but then again, I've not played all the way through 7 and 8. I mean, there's Ashley. That's the president's son.
Owie!
Holy moly!
Anyways,
You gonna make it there, bro?
yeah, this is normal. I have a headache now.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember Ashley Shice. I don't remember Alice in any of the games, but then again, I could be wrong. I don't know.
I'm trying.
It's hurting his head. Look at him. Oh, this one I'm going to bring up, and I think Jeremy and Caden will both agree that the best part of this next video game movie adaptation, Street Fighter, Raul Julia as M. Bison was one of the best things ever. Am I wrong? I mean, the rest of the movie was utter trash, but Raul Julia, M. Bison. And he was dying of cancer at the time.
Look at them. That's sad.
Yeah, I know. It's like his last movie, and it's like, oh, man.
I hope he at least had fun.
Oh, you could tell he was having fun. He didn't care at all.
I'm glad.
Oh, look at that. Caden's like, yes, he was amazing. The Tuesday speech, am I right? That was great. But Jeremy did not see it. That's okay. I'll rectify that for you sometime. I actually think I have a copy of that. Oh, and then they made a Street Fighter game based off the Street Fighter movie that was based off the Street Fighter game.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah. They tried to go the Mortal Kombat route and have digitized actors doing the moves and everything.
That's a Mortal Kombat thing.
Yeah, it was not good. The moves weren't easy to pull off. The hitboxes were crap. Caden was literally just saying that speech out loud. Yes. Yes. There's a reason why Caden is just part of the family. Part of the family.
Okay, Shorty.
And yes, the movie game is broken trash. Yes. They even had Akuma in the game. Not in the movie. But Ernie Reyes Sr. plays Akuma in the game. And oh man.
In the movie-based game or the game-based
In the
game?
in the game based on the movie. I know, now it's all confusing. Caden, I love you. I love you too, man. You know you're our favorite. One of our favorites. I gotta make everyone else feel like they're good too, you know.
Can't say that out loud.
I know, I just said it to where he could hear it. Gosh, no one else heard it. Crap, why do we have 0 viewers now?
Ow!
But no, like I said, let's talk about something good. That was the Sonic movies. If you've not watched them yet, I'll try to keep spoilers to like a nil. I'll try. Sonic wins.
No, what a surprise.
But Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, I mean,
It's wonderful.
that was just the best thing ever.
He has the right energy.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's just
Yes, Jim Carrey was all over that part. And at the end of the first one, you get to see him with the beard all like going crazy.
he's going insane.
Mhm. But it was good. The guy the person they had doing Sonic's voice is great. They actually had the girl who did Tails' voice in I think the original animation. She came back and did Tails for
It's just so wild.
Sonic 2. Yeah. You know, a cut scene in Sonic 1 has Tails coming, so that way you're like, oh, cool, a sequel. And I heard the voice. I'm like, dude, that just sounds just like Tails. That's great. And then I read an article not too long after that how the girl that did the voice was pretty freaking emotional about it because she's like, I didn't think they would ask me to do it. I mean, come on, they
Aw.
got a Super Mario Brothers movie coming out where, and I love Chris Pratt. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. Freaking love Chris Pratt. He's gonna be the voice of Mario, even though the voice of Mario is still alive, still doing his voice for games. Like, why? Why?
Isn't Jack Black from Bowser?
Yeah, Jack Black's gonna be Bowser, and I'm like, hey, I love Jack Black though. I mean, my brother from another mother, and his assistant Stone was awesome. Yes, he was. He always knew what kind of latte that Robotnik wanted,
Oh,
and
want a latte? Of course I want a latte.
and I love how they, in the second movie especially, they had a lot of Easter eggs for Sonic fans, like the uh, the coffee shop that Stone ran was called Mean Bean Machine, which there's a video game Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Um,
I don't remember that one.
yeah.
I don't remember that. I just remember saying something about that.
Everyone remember the underwater levels for Sonic, right? And the air bubbles and everything. Had, I mean, him sliding down water and I mean, it felt like that the people who wrote this movie played the game and cared about it. So definitely better than the Sonic '06 video game that came out. You know what I'm talking about? That was horrible. That was horrible. Yeah, Caden agrees that I'm worried about the Mario movie. Yeah, me too. Me too. But what do you do? They don't call us asking for our opinion on things. It's madness. I mean, we're doing this little video talking about the movies. They should come and get us and see what we want to do with the movies. You know? Oh, Uncharted came out on Netflix not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
The movie based on the game. I saw it. I didn't think it was too bad.
I'll watch it.
It had things that the game had. It had some pretty crazy action sequences. Um, it has Tom Holland. Who doesn't love Tom Holland now? Story of yeah, Nate and Sully getting together.
Again, another movie based.
All right, another movie based. Go for it.
Well, a game based movie.
All right.
Pokemon.
Detective Pikachu or the animated ones?
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu.
Because it's the movie.
Yeah.
Well, there's animated movies too, but
Live actions, we'll say. That was good.
I like the live action one.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Pikachu. Surprisingly great.
I love his addiction to caffeine.
Right? And then whenever they're in the that one underground fight ring and everything, and he's going someone's throwing a Charizard at him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched that. I'll have to pick that up sometime. Yeah. Yeah, Detective Pikachu. That was a good one. So like it seems almost like if you want to have a good movie based on a video game, don't try to follow like the plot of one video game because oh, here we go. Rather than asking the fans, you get producers who think it's a good idea to have Superman wrestle a freaking polar bear. Exactly. That's one thing that really upsets me here is how Warner Brothers, I guess Warner Brothers Discovery now is what they're called, is treating their DCU. I'm a Marvel guy. Spider-Man has been and always will be my favorite superhero ever. Freaking love him. But dude, Spider-Man 2099 is just awesome as well.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's my favorite, but out of all the different versions of Spider-Man, 2099 is my favorite.
I love Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, Spider-Man Noir is cool. Now that would be an awesome movie, I think. It would be probably more closer to rated R than PG-13 though. Because Spider-Man Noir is like, I got a gun, I'm gonna blow your face off. I don't care. But no, with the DCU, they they love to put all their money on Batman. Video game wise, they're doing that. It seems.
Like Batman's a good game,
Yeah. Well, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. Those are three awesome Batman games.
but also the Spider-Man games were really good too.
Oh gosh, yeah. The first Spider-Man. Well, this could be another complete show in and of itself too. Superhero games on things. The first Spider-Man game though on Nintendo, not good. The one they had on Sega Genesis was really good.
That's good.
Yeah, I hated the fact it was on a time limit though. Yeah.
Time limits stress me out.
Mhm.
I don't know, like it doesn't even get joined the game.
Kingpin captured MJ and has her hooked up to a bomb, and you have a certain amount of time to go through all the stages and beat Kingpin and rescue Mary Jane. And you have web fluid that you go through. And the only way to get web fluid back is sell pictures you take. Yeah.
And yet, oh,
Yeah, you do it. You can do it anytime on the screen, but it's usually best to do if you're going against the boss or anything like that. And you can get money for that, and that refills your web fluid. But I mean, you can climb on the walls and do other stuff. It still wasn't a perfect game, but it was one of the better earlier Spider-Man games out there. And then they had Spider-Man on the PS1. That was a really good one. And Spider-Man 2, which not the movie-based one, but just a continuation of the Spider-Man game they had on PS1. That was fun. Ultimate Spider-Man. That was a fun game.
I remember
Shattered Dimensions. Shattered Dimensions, you played as Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir, and Ultimate Spidey.
Is that the one I played?
Yeah.
I remember Spider-Man Noir, and I had to sneak around.
Yeah.
I hated that.
Yeah.
I want to play that because I want to revisit that.
I don't
So
think I
bad.
have that one anymore. I still have the Spider-Man Web of Time. I think it's what, Web of Time, something like that.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. But you play as Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099, like for different stages. That's an awesome game. But and now the Spider-Man on the PS4. Holy crap, that game's amazing.
I remember seeing a clip of like another Spider-Man game, and like there's like a building on fire, and just a woman tied up to like the thing. She's like, "Oh, help!" and to do a quick time event. I just imagine Spider-Man just falling. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna die," and it explodes. It's just, I don't know why. That's just so funny to me.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
No, he jumps up. He gets ready. Just
That was say the quick time events. I know there was some with Spider-Man 3.
it wasn't like the best graphics either.
Oh,
The girl you're saving looked kind of creepy.
right? You're like, I'm supposed to have empathy for these people, but you kind of look scary.
Yeah, I was like,
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying to think of any other movies. I mean, one that, like I said, I would love to see. I mean, freaking Legend of Zelda. I would love it. But I think with that, what they should do is do like a series, like they're doing with Wheel of Time and The Boys, and I would say like they're doing like they did with Game of Thrones, but we all know the last season was just crap. But I think that's what they should do with Legend of Zelda. Get someone who can play Link that can actually be serious with it. And yeah, definitely don't have him go, ah, yeah, ah.
I mean, I guess like the Breath of Wild. He goes,
See, Halo. Did they make that? Yes, there is a Halo series on Paramount Plus. So I've not gotten to watch that yet, and I try to be careful with reviews, even from people who say they are huge fans of things, because people have review bombed the heck out of She-Hulk and everything, and I'm like, why? She-Hulk was fun. That was a good show. I like it. I can't wait for the next one.
I'm just thinking of Red versus Blue right now.
Just what?
Red versus Blue. That's what I'm thinking about right now. No.
So yeah, see, Red versus Blue. That's all they needed for Halo. That was a perfect movie.
Oh, it was a show.
But yeah, they got the TV series on there. Yeah, not a movie. It's not a movie, just a series. Which I would like to check that out, but that's if I ever get Paramount Plus for free for 2 weeks or something.
Well, I guess one of my favorites, like a movie-based video game, is the South Park games
South Park, yes.
because they're funny and like
It's like you're playing an episode of South Park.
you're part of the show.
Yeah.
And it feels nice.
South Park, The Stick of Truth, and South Park, The Fractured But Whole. Play them. If you're a South Park fan and haven't played them yet, are you really a fan?
There's actually a glitch when you're making Miss Mackey's office, choosing your gender stuff. It's like, that song can go on a loop even if you're at the office. It can glitch like that and just play until you start the game, even if you're in battle.
That'll drive me crazy. I mean, those games were made by Ubisoft, but they had
South Park Studios.
Matt and Trey basically writing for the game and saying, no, this is what needs to go in the game, and this is what we're doing.
And it made it good.
Like the creators themselves are like, no. If you're going to make a game with our stuff, we're there. Okay. Yes, Stick of Truth was great.
Stick of Truth is hilarious.
Oh, gosh. Going after the nuke or the snook. Oh, poor Mr. Slade.
Fractured Butthole was hilarious.
Fractured Butthole, yes.
Like beating the game, and like the final thing that kind of happened was just hilarious.
Oh, excuse me. Which I read somewhere that they're making another South Park game. I just wonder what they're gonna. What it's gonna be.
What sonas are gonna use? Because I had a fantasy sonas and then the superhero sonas.
I don't know. Might just be the boys and the regular personas with all the crap they dealt with anyway.
I mean, yeah, it just like an episode of like South Park and like what like stuff happens.
Mm-hmm. They need to have Mecha Barbara Streisand.
Oh no.
And have Robert Smith come in. Robert Smith.
I watched all of it. I can get references now. I've watched all of South Park.
He's watched more South Park than I have.
What's that?
Well, can't watch South Park out there with the kids.
I know.
I mean, you grew up watching South Park, and look at how you turned out.
Look, some episodes you're like, all right, we're not watching this one.
Yeah, there'll be some episodes that'll be like, all right, Donavin, no.
I think there was one where it was Satan's like little like party, and you stopped on that one.
Oh, his Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a funny episode. Of course, now you watched them all, so
yeah.
What am I gonna do, right?
I'm almost 18.
Yeah, in like 3 weeks.
Let's see, it's 22.
Look at him. He's like, oh my god, I'm almost 18. I'm so cool.
28 days. 18 days. I'm gonna be 18. Oh.
I'm gonna be an adult.
Mm.
Now you're a man. A man.
I'm never gonna be a man.
It's all right, son. It's all right.
Keep doing that.
I keep scratching your back. Jeez. This is R&D gaming, not R&D scratch your back. Jeez.
My bag on camera.
Anyway, like I was saying earlier, though, too, like a live action series that I'd like to see turn into a game would be Supernatural. I think that'd be fun. I mean, just
I like a nice co-op game.
Yeah, have everyone come back, do the voices, investigate the crap. Kind of like the game that like Markiplier and everyone plays where Phasmophobia, yeah. Where you're going and investigating the place and trying to find clues on what you are dealing with.
Just not as epic.
And then you got to find angels later, Those angels, we all know what they're like in there.
I love how like the actual angels look. And like the cute little ones, the actual like creepy looking angels. I love how they look, to be honest.
Also, the thing with like 20 wings, billions of eyes,
Yes.
and like metal circlets that are floating
I think
around.
it's
You're
I thought
cool
it
with
was
that?
cloth.
There's no telling, man.
It looks cool.
They have probably angels for everything. Funny enough, Bayonetta would probably be the closest with how their angels are. Well, once she fights, they're not all angelic, like, oh, wow, that's pretty. They're like, oh, whoa. You know, that would be another movie, I think, that would be cool to make. Bayonetta.
If they make it right. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, they'd have to.
Well, I don't know.
Surprised they haven't tried to do a Devil May Cry movie. I mean, that'd be a fun, action-packed movie.
Yeah.
I would say I don't see how they can mess that up, but they probably get to be bold to do it. Let's see. Let's see. How many video games has that man ruined? Well, Postal wasn't the greatest anyway, you know. And all right, Jeremy's gonna go. I'm gonna catch us on another live stream. Thank you for being here, my friend. And
sign this petition.
what?
Petition. Want to sign this petition?
Sign what petition?
Post.
There's a petition for Postal.
In Postal, there's a mission we gotta make people sign petition
Ah.
to make, I guess, like I feel like government people play violent games. Jeez.
Anyway, so
Postal.
he did a movie on Postal, which the Postal, if you've not played that game, you're just going Postal, just a regular everyday guy going around killing whoever you want. So that game caught a lot of flack just for that. Yeah, like, well, you shouldn't be able to just play a game where you could kill a marching band. Well, have you heard the marching band? They're not that great. No, I do not condone killing people. There's no. Never say
It's in
that.
games.
I mean, if it's in games, blow everyone up. You know, it's a game. Like Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, it's so bad sometimes.
Look at you being all empathic and.
Look, I'll be like, I wonder what happened. Well, everyone's running away, and now I'm sad. I'm a murderer. I'm lonely. They shot somebody.
He can't be the bad guy in the games. He feels too bad. Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for killing GLaDOS. Actually, I like GLaDOS.
Oh, GLaDOS comes back in Portal 2. It's okay.
I know.
And you guys become really close friends with her as a potato.
Yeah. Well, not really close friends, acquaintances. Until you get Whitley out of the thing.
It's, oh boy. I would say those would be pretty cool movies, but no. They shouldn't make Portal and Portal 2 in the movies. They should do like a small, like 5-6 minute series of episodes.
There's like puzzles.
Yeah, and it's just her doing a puzzle or something.
And GLaDOS making
making fun of her, and her just
well,
going.
Like Portal 2, she really got snippy. Like Portal 1, she was just, kind of bland, and then killed her, and then she didn't like that.
Yeah, I loved in Portal 2 whenever, he's talking to her. He's like, normally when people are in hyper sleep, they lose weight. You don't seem to have had that problem, though, have you? It's like, wow. Jeez.
There's actually a puzzle where you have to get to a ceiling with the jumper thing, but you can't get high enough. She's like, oh, let me fix that. Let me put more zeros on it. Dun, 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 dun. Turns back on. You still go. You don't. It's like, oh, I'll just lower the ceiling.
Like, oh my gosh, that is hilarious. But I think Portal, if they would do something with Portal, it should be like a YouTube series, just 5-6 minutes or something.
And still keep her and GLaDOS making fun of her.
You can just like her look on her face. You can see what she's thinking.
Even though she's kind of because being revived and then being the kind of like the cryo thing. I don't know, like the deep sleep thing for so long and brain not no work.
Brain not no work. God.
My brain not know no word.
Quality entertainment for y'all right there. So anyway, yeah, we've gone for about an hour and a half. Anyone have any other video game movies or movie video games that you want to talk about? If so, give you a few minutes to put them there in the comments and give us something to talk about. Make our brains go, what? Now I gotta think. You see how it affects him. I do know that whenever we get like the extra time, that's going to be the fun part. The extra time and extra moolah. We want to do maybe some sort of skit type things. Why not? I know your Uncle JB would love to jump in on that.
Look, the teacher like startled me like 2 times without like trying to. Like once it was just
Boy, it's so jumpy.
her walking and she said something and I went, and then like now that she called my name, I jumped to look at her.
Like, what did I do?
I was doing work. I was also zoning out because like at 8th hour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I got super tired. I was doing really well first hour. I was not math first hour, which I was really happy because it's like the best class, and since I'm not all the way awake in
Start
first
off with a
hour.
good note there.
And then I had English, which English isn't so bad because
Oh my gosh, you getting a gray hair already? Might have been one of Bucky's just mixed in with yours.
what's that? Bucky has straight hair.
It was curly.
I don't mind.
Bucky has curly hair and straight hair.
No, he does not.
Yeah, Bucky's got like crazy hair. His hair's crazy. But yeah, we'd like to do skits and whatnot and try to have fun with that. Set up to have a better setup for streaming games because I know it's working for now, but having the camera sitting in front of the TV is kind of I know it's a little ghetto. In the ghetto. What? It's Donavin was just like, I can't believe you, man. I can't believe you. And maybe even do some sort of contest type thing and get people video games even. That's what I'm saying. That's why we need that's when we get the subscribers, that's when we get the money, that's when we do the skits, and we give away the games. I know. I'm working on a Patreon. Okay. Actually, with my Patreon, I'm also going to have it where, people will get, if you're part of the Patreon, you'll get, so every once in a while, I'll give you a chapter of a book I'm working on. It won't be edited, it'll be a first draft, so it's probably not going to be all that great. But you guys get to see it for everyone else. And I'm also working on a tier where if you're part of that tier, you will be the main character in a short horror story that I'm going to put all these together in an anthology. And you could be the hero if you want. You could be a hero that dies a hero's death or a silly death or be the bad guy, whatever you want.
Be a side character for some reason.
Yeah, if you want to be a side character in it, that's weird, but that's cool. And I'd be using Patreon to cover the cost of editing and getting a cover because they'd be expensive. Editors need money too, Still want to hit you. No, tie it backs away. No, you want to. I'm getting out of the camera. You can't touch me out of the camera. But anyway, so we enjoy talking about the horror that is movie-based games. They're not good for the most part. It's a rarity. They all can't be awesome like Lego. But anyway, so if you would I know mostly everyone was on Facebook. Head on over to our lovely YouTube. Yeah, I know. There's the. They changed their name like halfway through all their comments. That's funny. So yeah, that probably is another one. I'll just go and block that one too. An error occurred. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I already blocked that one, I guess. Anyway, sorry. I'm just looking at all that fun stuff. So, as I was saying, blocked for 5 minutes. They're gonna be blocked permanently. So as I was saying, I don't even know what the hell I was saying. Go to YouTube, like my page, subscribe to it, all that good junk. Keep an eye out for Patreon, and then I'll be begging for even more cash. But hey, all that we get, we'll be going into making this show a little bit more fun, and I don't know, maybe kickstart him into doing a little bit more research than just like, oh, well, just get on here and I'll talk. I at least watched a couple YouTube videos. Jeez.
I was watching some YouTube videos for you, with you, and then I got hungry, and I had to use the restroom,
Listen to this guy. Excuses, excuses.
and then I wanted to play Portal.
All right, everyone. Everyone, take care. Stay creative. Game on. See you guys next week.